kunna bara sha on board. Tjokik turen selarish. Snadjara sanishka. Fone sha on va agasan boss. All agus teachtar an saoil arís ad agus saon lomsa. Tá saoirse gut ón más.
I found you.
Well, I never expected you to follow me all the way to these godforsaken islands.
Do you know what kind of creature waits for its own slaughter? Sheep. The Knights of the Iron Legion were once unconquerable. No longer. They now bend the knee to lords and ladies who have forsaken the wisdom of war. The samurai of the Dawn Empire are fearless, disciplined warriors. Yet their emperor dishonors them with his laws and decrees for peace. Most heartbreaking, perhaps, are the Warborn, the Vikings. These ferocious clans have set aside their axes for their feeble family. They're cowards. We must be brave for them.
We cannot hope to trigger war everywhere.
We can, if we recruit our enemies to the cause. This will be an age of wolves.
How dare you! Thousands of my people dead! Well, here's your chance for vengeance. You and your warriors will learn to live like the rest of us! Apollyon played us all, one against the other. For what? To weed out the weak.
I took an oath to fight for peace. So did you.
Through me, the wolves among them will rise again.
Who do you think you are?
War. I am war.
PS4 for the players.
Peggy 16.
SOE Classified Intelligence concerning Italy. Subject: Carl Fairburn. Fairburn is one of our most effective operatives. He has proved his worth on numerous assignments, most recently in North Africa. Fairburn combines just the right mix of deadly accuracy, tenacity, and ruthlessness. His unusual background and skill set makes him the perfect SOE agent. Fairbairn's father was reassigned to Washington, D.C. when Carl was still a child, explaining his American accent. His sniping expertise was the stuff of legend amongst his fellow West Point graduates, so that when the British government formed the Special Operations Executive, Fairbairn was a natural choice. But now, he faces his greatest challenge, Italy. Briefing complete.
The original pitch for Horizon, it was very high level still, but some of the pillars that you see in the game right now were already there. The female lead, named Aloy, this gorgeous natural beauty that the game takes place in, and also the presence as the dominant life form of the machines. The machines turned out to be very much animal-inspired. That is something that the game designers found to be a very natural way for us to portray these machines.
We knew basically we wanted them very big and very awesome, and we wanted lots of them, but we didn't necessarily know what the exact look of it's going to be. We also played basically with more insect-like creatures or more traditional looking robots, but this whole aspect of nature basically and the majesty of nature combined with this much more sort of prehistoric looking creatures really created a very unique setting and a very unique look. There's something basically that in game design they call a tell, that you can sort of look at the creature and by how it's animating, how it's behaving, you know what sort of attack it might do and you can sort of prepare for it. And that's really important, and in that regard it really helps that these creatures are recognizable.
We came up with lots of ideas for different animals that we sort of wanted to recreate in the game. But also at the same time we were looking for different opportunities for the player in terms of maybe there should be an enemy or a machine that has a lot of loot on them. What kind of machine would fit with that? So we came up with the Shell Walker. The Shell Walker is basically a walking treasure chest. It has this super valuable loot on its back. So that's kind of where the idea then originates. You want the machine to have a certain purpose in the game.
We wanted basically every aspect basically to have their own robots, and of course basically there are lakes and rivers and other sort of water bodies in our game as well. So the snap maw, the crocodile, basically was specifically designed to take advantage of those sort of environments and offer the player a new challenge in that environment.
So the snap maw is one of the enemies that we haven't shown much of. It operates very often in groups. The machine itself is already very dangerous, especially in the water. Fortunately for Aloy, we have sprint swimming, so she can swim a little bit more quickly, but often that won't be fast enough, so you have to be very careful. So Aloy has a unique ability. She can use her spear to override machines. The broadheads can, if you override them, you can use them as a mount. But if you override the Watcher, for example, you can turn its faction, so it will fight alongside, it will fight for Aloy. Then we have the tall neck. Once she manages to climb the tall neck and overrides the tall neck, she uncovers a large part of the areas. It clears the fog of war in that area, but also reveals machine locations throughout that entire region. She also unleashes a big blast that stuns any nearby machines in the region. So whenever you encounter a machine, you can see it in its idle behavior. But when the machine itself goes into combat mode, that's when the AI basically takes over. But you can learn and study their behaviors and get better at defeating them eventually.
PlayStation